Peace, 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 peace. What's up, brothers and sisters? This is Shu Amun Ra. Early in the morning, not early in the morning, but early in the morning. Woke up and you could say the ancestors were speaking to me and they told me that, not that I'm an expert on trying to grind a relationship and ming them back together. I'm not an expert, but I have the experience. And I know a lot of you probably seen my video, 26 seconds videos or real talk moment, 5 minute energy and frequency videos that I posted out. And you know, it rares all over the place, but you will see me hit the Black Woman's Guide, trying to understand the Black woman. I got little pieces of what's going on. And either a lot of you just don't get it, you don't care about it, because you believe in society and you don't want to let it go. You don't want to let go what society have taught you to do, really. And today we're going to break down a little bit. And I think I'm going to be focusing on the Black woman, because obviously the Black woman has a lot to say, a lot of negative, positive. It's almost like a tug of war. It's a tug of war. But I want men to understand this. I really want men to understand the women that we think they should supposed to be is not who they are. And a lot of you read and do documentaries, not do documentaries, but you watch documentaries, excuse me, on the behaviors of women, the Black women. We don't live in ancient times. Let's just be honest with that. We don't live in the remote islands where the women is different, completely different from today's city women or even a country woman. A remote island woman, these people has been living in their conditions, their cultures, their traditions, their heritage for thousands of years. So that's what they know. Let's get into all praise to the Creator, the sunrises, Hotep Eshe, spirituality, the Black woman's guide to understand the Black man. Yes, you hear that because it sounds familiar. I met Shahrazad Ali. I met her. And some of you are like, oh, you met her since when? Well, I can show you that I have met her. So you wouldn't think that I'm making up this lie. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, brothers and sisters. Remember I told you about Shahrazad Ali, right? I told you I met her. I know a lot of you like, oh, you ain't meet her. You need to stop telling a lie. That's one thing our Black people, we are masters of sitting up there talking about we're telling a lie. I'm using your phone for music. Because remember I asked you to put the new...
They're already on here.
Oh, you did it already?
I did it, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, sorry, y'all. I'm talking to my heaven.
Yeah, I did it already.
So, anyway, all of them. All right, I was wondering why all these pictures coming in through. I apologize. I was talking to my heaven, and I'm going to stop talking to y'all if she wants a question to be answered. So, I showed you the Black Woman's Guide to Understand the Black Woman. I have several her books. Several books. Even the book that you're going to see in this picture, I have that book as well. So, then there's the Black Man's Guide to Understand the Black Woman. It's the second book. Now, the reason, a lot of you probably say, I've read that book already, and some of you healed yourselves. And some of you have not. Because you're too goddamn selfish. You think you're not, but you are. You absolutely are selfish. I'll be right back. I'm back, brothers and sisters. Listen, this is raw. Ain't nothing scripted or nothing like that. It is what it is. And I ain't got time to be sitting up there being perfect and all that bullshit. This is raw. I'm giving you the information. You take it for what you want it. I hope you take it in a positive way. So, before I show you Sahara's Ali and I was at an event. And this is why I tell a lot of you, you need to go to these events and stop, wasting your time hanging in the streets and all that bullshit, and you go into all these unnecessary excitement type things, meaning that you want to be entertained, because that's all you want to do. You want to be entertained. But let me show you Sahara Ali, then I'm going to show you the book, and she also signed it. So I want you to see this. Huh? Who is that? That's Shahrazad Ali. Is it not? Is it not this woman here? Huh? That's that woman right there. That's that goddess. Yeah, beat that. So when excuse me, sorry y'all. When I tell you, I meet powerful people. When I go to these events, I mean that. So, you see that book? That was my book that she signed. Are you still a slave? And 90% of you, maybe even 99.9, are still a slave. It's not an insult. It's just what it is. And here's the other book, Things Your Parents Should Have Told You, which a lot of your parents don't tell you nothing. A life instruction manual for black teens and young adults, ages from 13 to 29 and older. When people give you information, you don't want to take it. Ain't nobody can't tell me, man, I'm grown. I'm grown. See that signature? That's her signature. Huh? Just for the record, just to let you know. Huh? See the date that's on it? 4/28? Huh? I was 2019. 4/28. Huh? You see it. Denzel received from Shahara Ali. I bought both of her books. Bought both of them. Yeah. At that time, at that event. I also went at that event. Guess who else was there? At that event, master teacher Asha Quasha. He was there as well. At that event. A lot of you. There was another master teacher was there at that event. Mel Shezichet. Of the Nation of Islam. So when you think that just because you in a different diaspora, you think you from a different organization, that you can't learn nothing else, you got to be crazy. Huh? That's all in the same setting. You can see the outfit is the same thing. That's Mel. Now he's from the Nation of Islam. Because if you truly believe in your people, you're going to bring the truth, no matter how ugly it is and how beautiful it can be. If you truly love your people, you know what I'm saying? You won't get all upset about different things. You won't get all personal. But anyway, brothers and sisters, let's get on to what I want to tell you, because I went beyond what I was supposed to be telling. I'm talking about the black women. I'm not blaming you at all. I'm not blaming you. You've been instructed because the black man dropped the ball. All black men have dropped the ball? No. The craziest thing is this. You can have 50% of black men that want to love you and take care of you, do whatever you need to do, right? And then you got the other 50 black men that just want to use you and abuse you. It's the craziest thing. But when we go back into ancient times, there was law and there was order. There was law and there was order. I mean, only a few houses, there's law and order. Dina, I'm not gonna eat nothing until after, probably like in the afternoon or something. I mean, you eat what you want. Excuse me, y'all. You eat what you want, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna fast a little longer. Drink my tea, whatever. Because I think it's more of hold on, brothers and sisters. I apologize, y'all, for all that. You know what I mean? So, but this is raw. This is what it is. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna change it up for nobody. But anyway, it's over. This is part one. It's basically introduction. So, I want to show you what we'll be working with. Shahrazad books. The Black Man's Guide to Understand a Black Woman, as you can see. Right? The Black Woman's Guide to Understand the Black Man. We need to get into it. And then we're teaching our generation. I'm going to tell you something, brothers and sisters, and I'm going to get off. Man, oh man. It's a lot of creepy things going on. And it ain't going at night. I know one thing, you have a lot of black women who believe that man's supposed to listen to them 110%. That he's got to jump through hoops. By nature, that's not what he's designed to do. You know what I mean? And y'all don't seem to understand that. By nature, that's not what the man is designed to do. I want to see if I can get into a video real quick. A video I have, and I want y'all to listen to it. Let's see if this video should be, okay, here we go.
You say in your book, there is no history
I want you to hear it.
of the black man settling down.
And this is not a disrespect, because a lot of you just seem not to want to get it. But just pay attention to this video. Pay attention to what Shahrazad states. Just pay attention, brothers and sisters. Here we go with this bullshit. Now we're buffing now.
With one woman,
Right.
and never desiring to have another. Before slavery, during slavery, or after slavery,
That's
the black
just the
man
truth.
has never been recorded to have just one woman.
Right. Well, I think there's some actual facts we can look at on that. Monogamy has failed for the white man in America.
But this is like saying it's okay.
It's not me saying it's okay. This is how they're living. I'm giving you the history of what the...
Sorry, y'all, it's buffing. It shouldn't be buffing. Should be buffing, but it's doing it. I don't know why it's doing it. Hold on. Time wasted as usual. I mean, I don't see why it's buffing. It's supposed to be this Wi-Fi is supposed to be so great. And here we go. This shit is buffing. This don't make sense after goddamn time. It just don't. You know, I apologize because I really want y'all to see this video. Like that, it gets on my nerves when I gotta go through all this. And this is supposed to be a up-to-date tablet. And it is, look at it, just buffing. Like it just can't do nothing else but buff. It's a waste of fucking time. Yo, I think guys with great technology, computers, and it should just be conquered out. You know what I mean? I don't understand. Why is it? Look at it. The next video is working perfectly. But this video that I need, that's important, it's a problem. Oh my goodness, it's just too
Their
much.
life is.
Hold on.
Black men haven't been waiting on me to tell them it's all right to have more than one woman. Neither have white men. This is just what they do. I'm not talking about fornication and adultery. I'm not talking about one-night stands and running around rampant with other women. That's not the kinds of when I say more than one woman relationship. I mean that before we came to America, our men had more than one wife and family. And we were satisfied with it because we had not met the monogamy idea. We had not met the American white woman who, insists on certain kinds of values in her man. We had not learned envy and jealousy. All right. After coming here, those kinds of ideas were bred into us because of society.
Pay attention to the words she used. Envy and jealousy, and it was inbred. You got women now talking about, not now, women talking about he too close to his mother. You got women who actually sit there and state he's a mama's boy. But if a man sits there and says, you too close to your mother, it becomes, oh, you jealous of my mother? If a man says, why are you so close to your mother? And a lot of women, they are close to their mother and they will not listen to you. As she's supposed to be your girlfriend, your mate, your wife, whatever you want to call it, while she's close to her mother, she's not going to listen to you. She's going to hear what her mother got to say. Trust and believe that. Let's get back into this.
And the mores.
Oh, here we go with the buffing again. Here we go. Here we go. I apologize, y'all. It's always something that should, these so-called tablets. These so-called better technology, if you will. But I can go to the other videos and they to be working, except the one I want. It's always the one I want. It's something that's very important. But before, as this, I guess, try to snap out of its buffing stages, if you will. Is there, brothers, is just, I don't know why it buffs. That specific one is buffing. The rest of them is not. You can hear it. It's amazing. Look. Except that one with Shahara's Ali. That's amazing how that happens. Like when you want to get to that certain specific video, and that one is the one that's buffing. It just, I don't understand it. And I'm wasting valuable time. I'm supposed to have been finished with this video. That's why I was going to another one. It trips me out, man. Brothers and sisters. Okay, you know what? So sometimes I don't use these tablets because it just like they don't work. You know what I mean? I don't like using technology, and it seems like it don't work. It does work, but you want to get to the source. I'm supposed to be able to get to what I need to get to, but it's always a problem. So I can't stand it, I can't. So then I gotta come here, which I'm going to now my secondary source. Okay, now I'm gonna use that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. God.
The black man has never been recorded to have just one woman.
Right. Well, I think there's some actual facts we can look at on that. Monogamy has failed for the white man in America.
But this is like saying it's okay.
It's not me saying it's okay. This is how they're living. I'm giving you the history of what their life is. Black men haven't been waiting on me to tell them it's all right to have more than one woman. Neither have white men. This is just what they do. I'm not talking about fornication and adultery. I'm not talking about one-night stands and running around rampant with other women. That's not the kinds of when I say more than one woman relationship. I mean that before we came to America, our men had more than one wife and family. And we were satisfied with it because we had not met the monogamy idea. We had not met the American white woman who, insists on certain kinds of values.
Did you hear what she said? The idea of monogamy. It was not in our culture. Even as I'm expressing this to you, some of you right now, you probably making your face because you're so selfish, you're so envy, you're so jealous. You don't want to come out of it because you weren't taught that. You were taught the wrong way of living. But let me continue.
Her man, we had not learned envy and jealousy. All right, after coming here, those kinds of ideas were bred into us because of society and the mores that the Americans made up here. And so then we started to have problems with that. But I think that since it is apparent that most of them, not all of them, it's certainly up to the man, do love more than one woman. I got tons of mail. A lot of black men write and tell me that they have had 2 women for 5, 10, 15, and 20 years, and they can't even get the women to speak to each other. Sometimes they have 2 families.
Would I want
2 sets of children.
would I want to talk to a woman who's sharing perhaps the bed and the money and the social life with who I would deem as my man?
If you want to deal in reality, and if you are not insecure, and if you don't think that that robs you of something, you would want to know them. If he loves her, you certainly should want to know her.
There are a lot of black women out there who say,
Oh, I know
"Sister,
they're mad about that idea. I understand, you know.
That
And
would
that's
never
not
hold
easy.
water.
Wait a minute, that's not easy. And that's a frightening thought to most of us. And I don't like that. I'm not for that. I'm in agreement with everybody else. Our men ought to just have 1 woman. But that is not the reality. I'm trying to get us to deal with some reality for a change. Stop dealing with fantasy. Stop dealing with television. Stop dealing with imagination of how we wish things were. Let's deal with them how they are, what it is. Present tense.
Let me just make this
Now, brothers and sisters,
here.
that's reality. That's just reality. Whether you like it or not, it is. And a lot of you women are trying so hard, you're trying so focused to control the man. You trying to take him out of his natural way. You are. And I know that for a fact. You get mad and you're